What's up guys, Mad Fragger. I am back with another fragrance video, and this is going to be just a recap on a review that I did on this fragrance, Lataffa Ramz Silver. I did the review 1 year ago today. I bought this and did an unboxing and first impressions on it, and just kind of want to give you an update of what the fragrance has done after being in the collection for a year, how it's changed, and it has a little bit, and most notably in the performance department. I know there's, you hear a lot about maceration, however you want to, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to sit here and claim to know the science on it or claim to be knowledgeable as to why or to what extent. But what I will tell you is this: I have several Middle Eastern clone fragrances in my collection, and on a lot of occasions I have noticed a marked improvement in the fragrance, not only in the scent profile but also in the performance in a lot of the fragrances that I have. And this one in particular, just wanted to kind of, like I said, I did this review a year ago today, a review that was very cringy, especially since, looking back at it now, especially since a couple times in the review I referred to this as being similar to Lamal, which it's not, of course, it's Ultramal. And there's another fragrance that's very similar to Ultramal, and that's going to be Afnan's 9 p.m. The biggest difference you're going to find between these two fragrances is this one has apple and this one sticks with the pear, which is what's in the original fragrance by Jean-Paul Gaultier. And this is a great alternative, a great budget alternative. If you're on a budget and you're looking for a good alternative to Ultramal, this is a really great one for what you're going to pay for it. It punches above its weight class. I think I picked this up for like 17 or 18 bucks at my local TJ Maxx, but you can get it at discounters for right around that same price. And what I wanted to touch on was the fact that as I said, I reviewed this, unboxed this and reviewed it a year ago today. And I wore this about 3 days ago. And this fragrance did improve quite notably in the performance department. I believe when I first got it, I was getting maybe about 6-7 hours out of it. Wore this a few days ago, put it on about 9 a.m. and at supper time it was still projecting, still catching wafts of it, still performing really well, and it stayed on my skin. It was noticeable on my skin clear up until I took a shower. So I think we're looking at right around 10 hours of performance on this one right now, and the scent profile itself has gotten a little deeper, a little richer, a little more vibrant. So yeah, I do believe there's a lot of truth to maceration. Again, I'm not really even certain what's the best way to describe it or the best way to to label it, but definitely after these fragrances sit in your collection for a while, the scent profile and the performance can improve, pretty notably in some cases, including this one. And like I said, just wanted to do kind of an update after a year of being in the collection. This one, it's still a great fragrance, very versatile, really good sweet vanilla, fruity, kind of like cozy-ish kind of fragrance. Really good quality on this for the price point. And it already performed, I feel like, above average when I got it. And now, I think it's pretty much like right up around where what I would expect out of 9 p.m. These are both really good alternatives to Ultramal, but I guess what I'm kind of getting at is it really doesn't matter which direction that you go here. These are both really good fragrances and they're both really good interpretations of Ultramal. But this one, being that it's $16-17 and and it's the quality is there, the performance is there, and especially now that it's been in the collection for a year, the performance is definitely has improved. So if you were wondering if maceration is a real thing and if there's any merit to it. I can tell you from my experience, yes, not only on this fragrance, but on others in my collection. But this one in particular, I'd say even if you already have like 9 p.m. or another, inspired by fragrance that's inspired by Ultramall, this is a great one to pick up for the price. And if you're somebody who's, again, somebody who's not a lunatic like I am with way more fragrances than you need, just, a normal person, it's got maybe 4 or 5 bottles. This is a great one to add to your collection. And after, after it sits around and ages for about a year, it gets even better. So if you were wondering, does this fragrance after a year's time, does it get better? Yes, it definitely does. Does it perform better? Yes, it definitely does. And it's not alone. There's other fragrances that I have that I get these same results, but this is a really good fragrance. I mean, take aside the fact that the presentation here is a little silly. Not the biggest fan of the presentation on this one, to be honest, but very good fragrance. Atomizer's nothing special either, but the juice in here, very good quality and very good performance, especially after it's had some time to sit around and mature a little bit. I'm getting 10 plus hours out of this now. So yes, it's a real thing, and this one kind of, is like a proving ground for that fact, because this one's gotten much better over time. So thanks for joining me for another video, guys. I appreciate it. Drop a like, follow me on TikTok. I'd really appreciate it. I'm the Mad Fragger. Thanks for joining me for another video. I will see you next time.